What's up, my peeps? It's your girl Q. I miss you. Sorry about last week. Your girl could not get her life. My life could not get got. I was feeling kind of low. Here in LA, we just got the order that we're now gonna be on this quarantine thing till July 31st. And I think I was just having a moment, you know? It's normal. How are you guys doing? Let me know, for real. Jump in the comments, share how you guys are doing, good, bad, what you're doing to kind of get through this moment. I'm praying for all of you guys. Pray for me, y'all. I love you guys. So this episode is gonna be a doozy. I shot this footage last March. This is one of the first episodes I actually shot for the blog, and I never released it because I ended up doing the Brad Owen interview, and that ended up being episode 2. So this one's just been sitting in the vault, and you can imagine it's so bad. It's terrible. I wasn't studying. I wasn't reading. I do some crazy, terrible things. So this is like how not to play poker. And if you're doing these things, then you need to get your shit together. Read a book, because this is bad, so bad. But there are some great gems in there and some great jewels and some great lessons. And watching it for me was like, wow, made me feel proud of how far I have come in the last year. So I want to take you back to a time when I didn't know shit.
I've got a bed, I had my Wheaties and my OJ. It's only Monday.
Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to be driving and videotaping, but I'm hands-free. It's not raining today in LA. That's nice. I'm over this rain. Sweater schmetters. I want flip-flops and tank tops. That's why I live here. How y'all doing today? That was so much fun. The Grand Havana room. I was making it rain when I got home. Woo! Feeling pretty proud. Today I'm on my way to the Bicycle Hotel and Casino, which is in Bell Gardens, not too far from Commerce. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about Commerce. It's a nice place. They remodeled it recently, so it's way better. It's a single day tournament, which I don't know why, but I feel like they're so rare these days to have single day tournaments, which I like single day tournaments. I mean, you don't always have the luxury of 4 days that you can commit to winning this tournament. And then those 4-day tournaments, also the field is just so wide. So I'm really curious to see how many players there are in this tournament. It's a $250 buy-in with 100,000 guaranteed. So that's not bad for a single day. I'm excited. Tuesday was a good warm-up for me, just to see some hands. Obviously, it was a cash game. It wasn't a tournament, but I'm glad that I went just to get myself back in. I haven't played for a month, so I'm going to make sure that I set a schedule moving forward so that doesn't happen. I got to be playing more consistently and playing more consistent tournaments as I ramp up to the end of May and the World Series of Poker starts. Woo! So excited. What I usually do before I play, and I do this more for tournaments, but I really should incorporate it into my cash as well, is to visualize the end goal. And my end goal that I'm setting my intention on right now is to be at the final table at this event today. And I know I could be like, I'm gonna take first place at this thing, or I'm gonna take third place. I don't know who visualizes third place, but I'm going to continue to make wise decisions. I'm going to be disciplined today. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be calculated, and I'm going to trust my instincts. So let's see how that goes.
I feel so good now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good now.
Oh my God, I think this is the line. The valet lady told me that there was a massive line to the tournament. And this must be it, which is crazy because the entrance. Hi! Is this for the tournament?
Yes.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was longer.
It was longer?
All the way to the outside. That was crazy. But let's get a spot.
Oh my God. That's crazy. The entrance is like all the way at the end of this hall to the left. So 752 players at the start of the break, but I think you have until the end of the break. It is really bright outside. I like to take walks in between breaks. It's the first break, and I'm at about 15,000 in chips. Started with 10,000, so that's not bad because my second hand I had a huge misstep. I don't know what I was thinking, and I got pocket threes, and I'm under the gun +1, and I didn't really want to. I didn't feel like I wanted to, but I did. I raised it to 1,200, and the blinds are 2-4, and I get one caller, and the flop comes 9, queen, 7, rainbow, and I see bet to 2,500, and he makes the call, and then we get to the turn, and it's another blank, some random ass card. And I check, and then the guy, he bets, and I look in his soul, and I'm just not feeling it. So I fold a little over a third of my stack on that second hand, and so I felt really silly. And then I took some time, I waited around a little bit, just tightened up a bit, and I got pocket 10s in the big blind, and I just go ahead and shove it all in for 5,500, and this guy behind me, he calls and he shows queens, and so I'm like, well, my time is up. I don't do that stuff where you like stand up and pack all your shit, because you just never know, but I'm looking around to see if there's time to rebuy in or whatnot, and lo and behold, there's a 10 on the flop. So I guess it was meant to be for me to be still running, and won that hand. Just had another hand with ace king of diamonds, and we get 2 callers. I go ahead and raise it up to 1,300. The blinds are 355 at this time. I say 5 twice because there's a big blind ante, and I get 1 caller. As a middle position, I think he was the big blind. And the flop is 8, 6, something, and 2 hearts on there. We check it through. The turn is another 6, and he bets 1,300, and I just go ahead and call here because I'm really feeling like there's not a lot on that board that would have connected with his hand. I think he was just protecting his big blind, really. And the river is another 8, right? So I'm feeling like my ace is good, and if he's got an ace, then we're gonna chop. So he checks, and at the same, I just flip over my ace king. He mucks his hand with his ace up, and I'm really confused because wouldn't we be chopping that hand because there was 2 8s and 2 6s? And I'm really hoping that this is not one of those hands where I just fucked up and couldn't see the board, which is quite possible. So hopefully that's not what happened. I mean, either way I won, and I didn't say anything. You better believe I didn't say shit. So going back in now. Let's see. Well, that sucked. My jacks just ran into the chip leader at the table with pocket aces. I mean, what else was I gonna do? I had about 7,000 left, and the blinds are 4, 8, 8, and I went all in pre-flop. So obviously he called, and I did not run. So I'm gonna finish my salmon salad and maybe go play a little bit of catch. Just wasn't the day. Wah, 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 wah. So here's a fun one. I have Jack 8 offsuit in the small blinds. The guy in middle position makes it 12 to go. There's 3 callers, including myself, and the flop is 8, 6, deuce, 2 clubs. I check the flop, the other player checks, and the original raiser makes it $25. He's like in middle position. And I flat to 25, and the other guy flats to 25 as well. So we go to the turn, which is a 4 of spades. So now there's a club flush draw and a spade flush draw. but I'm still sitting pretty with my top pair. I just checked. The guy next to me checks, and the middle position guy makes it 60. I'm thinking about getting 60 at this point because I'm really thinking with this pre-flop race, he's got like ace something, and I don't think it's ace 8, so I'm ahead. But I just flagged because I want to see what the guy behind me is going to do, and he folds. The river is a 10 of clubs. So now there's 3 of a flush on the board. And you know what? Let's just go. So I make it 100 to go. He says out loud, he's like, oh, you must have the flush. I'm just being chill. And he tanks for the longest. And I'm thinking, what does he have that he's thinking so long? He finally calls. And I'm obviously nervous because I'm thinking, what is he calling me with? And I just say, I have an 8. And he just mucks really aggressively, and he's just like, shit. And it's just like, an 8, you turn your 8 into a bluff, and he just seemed a little upset. Don't be upset. Later on, he tells me he had ace 6 of spades, and he was going for the backdoor spade draw, which, I mean, I could have got there, but it didn't. So, it's hard to film here. I'm trying to be discreet. I don't want to piss anybody off, so. Happens.
816 players, made it 57, so
proud of you. Aren't you glad I made you come here?
yeah.
What'd you cash?
Only 575.
That's
So
cool. Good job,
day.
bro. I'm proud of you. Today's P's and Q is about splashing the pot. It's basically when you are betting or calling someone else's bet, and instead of moving your chips across the line in a civilized manner, even if you kind of throw them a little and they slide or whatever, it's actually when you throw your chips in to the point where they actually make contact with the pot, which is terrible etiquette for several reasons. One of them being that it makes a lot of work for the dealer. And number 2 is, and this is the main reason, when you splash the pot, it is really difficult for anyone, including the dealer, to ascertain if you have made the appropriate bet based on what you said you were going to do, because your chips can get mixed in the middle or mixed with someone else's chips. And so it's always good etiquette to make sure that your chips do not hit any other chips. So don't splash the pot. Not cool. There was a guy today at the table, really nice guy, like a really nice guy. I don't think he was trying to splash the pot, but he definitely wasn't trying not to. He seems like he plays a lot, so I don't know why he kept doing it, but every hand he's just like throwing it in, and it's just like sliding, and the last chip goes into the pot, and the dealer has to push it back. And I'm surprised that no one said anything, and the whole time I'm thinking, this is the P's and Q's for today. He should watch this vlog. Mr. Sir, I hope you're watching. I hope you're learning. And for you newbies, don't splash the pot. So I just busted out of there with pocket kings. I was the straddle. For whatever reason today, every time I straddle, I get kings, ace queen, all kinds of wonderfulness. And of course, nobody ever believes you in the straddle when you raise. So guy in the hijack makes it 20. And there's one caller, and I make it 70 to go. The original guy goes all in. I got about 300 left. I snap call, and the flop is ace, queen, whatever. He flips over ace, queen, because we just were like being friendly, like let's just show it. So I showed him my king, showed him ace, queen, so I'm like, nice hand. Turn is like a 5, and the river is like something inconsequential because I lost, and that sucks. But you know, I had a good time today. I bought in 350, and I got up to 650. I should have left. You know that little voice in your head? You should listen to that voice. Like in life, when you know that little voice is talking to you, and then you don't listen, and then you wish you would have listened. That was me. Instead of getting up from the table when I had 650, I got a massage. It was a really good massage. I should have asked her name. She was like really digging into all my spots. My back was going. During that massage, I lost like $200. yeah, it's time to take my ass home. I'm still, bankroll positive, so I'm not gonna sweat it. At least I kind of feel like I won something because my buddy won. Shout out to Chris for making it to 57th place in the tournament today. Thank y'all for joining, and I hope the next games are more profitable. See you on the flip side. Thanks. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at P's and Q's Poker. See you next time.